Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. We're here with our good friend Dario, the Lean, who we had just helped out down below. We had to face a really difficult giant grub. I cheesed it a little bit, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, and I did that. But we completed that quest. It was the cornet. I think we completed it, right? It's over? Yeah. The only reason I was wondering is because there was a secret door down there that we did not get through, and we didn't clear the whole place. And I did that kind of intentionally. Well, not kind of. Intentionally. Completely intentionally. Because I do plan on going back there another time, but not today. Maybe in a couple more levels next time we come back to Nekataka, if I remember. Which I hope I do. So let's just, I think we might be just about finished in the city for now. Pokahara, or Pokahara, Hasanago, Pokahara, Channel, Poco, Queen's Birth, Port Marge, right. Lantern of Gone, coming to terms. Convince the Valiant Trading Company to notify the contract. Luca frequents the local tavern after hours. I might catch him there and loosen his tongue. So we have to... Okay, what time of day is it? Hour 8. Okay, so we have to waste time? Can we just wait? Is that a thing we can do? Back to the gullet. So maybe we'll spend one more night here in Nekataka, and we do need to rest anyway, so I guess we'll go sleep. Is sleeping always 8 hours? Oh, it looks like it's dark out right now. It says it's hour 8. This is... No, it wouldn't be 8 in the morning. It'd be bright out by now, right? I don't know. Queen's Birth and... the Wild Mare. We actually do have a couple of things. We didn't fully explore Queen's Birth. Maybe we'll take a look around if he's not in the tavern. I'm assuming there's like a time system in the game? Where else would it specify that he goes here late at night? Does he hide out in the kitchen? No. I don't know what that is all about. Yeah, it's hour 10 now, so let's go sleep. Maybe he'll be here when we wake up.
Now, what can I do for you? See anything you like?
Yeah, I need a room. Backstage storage room. How much money? He's kind of expensive. Let's just get a private dance room. +1 casters, level 1 spells, and +1 all skills. That's pretty good for 200 bucks. We need to sleep anyway. We're injured. Roughed up.
Fancy a chit-chat?
It was 8 hours past. Lantern of Gone quest. Okay. Yeah, what's up, girl? Xoti sways on her feet, a soft, low moan easing from her throat. She rubs a thumb over worry-bitten lips. Feeling okay? Sweat trickles a line from her temple to drip from her chin. Her eyes are hazy, far off.
Watcher.
Slowly, she swallows, throat working to bring her whole voice back, or to keep her meal down.
It's nothing but awakened terror. Soon to pass.
She shudders hard, coming back to herself.
You may want to aim away from our watcher there if it's gonna pass out of your mouth. Sorry. I know you're going through something there.
You could call it something, all right.
She tilts her head, brow pinched as if she can't tell if he's poking fun at her or not. Back off, dear. You should hear him out, Xoti. Want to talk about it? Drape your arm over her shoulder and nestle her close. Buck up, priestess. Your god demands it. You should hear him out, Xoti.
If it's worth anything to you, I think I got some of the same worries.
You worry about the same things as I do? The horrors I see in my dreams? Aora dying and hell going dark? Really?
Well, not the same, exactly. but maybe the same kind of feelings beneath it all. About who we are to our God and who he is to us.
She blows out a heavy sigh, eyes downcast. She rocks back on her heels.
Now that I understand. No matter what our lives were like before, we're not so different, me and you. But tell me, honestly now, you and the Watcher, do you?
Her voice breaks low and hoarse, and her eyes dart to the right before she continues.
You see those shambling corpses too?
At her hastily whispered words, the hair on the back of your neck stands on end. You glance around just to be safe, but there's nothing to be seen. Nothing unusual anyway, even in the direction Xoti's staring, affixed. I don't see anything. I see it, indeed. What a terrifying sight. What do you see? You really are addle-brained. I don't see anything.
Figured it was a long shot. But I know you see things others don't, so I thought... Hoped. You think I'd have learned by now. Hope's just a false light. I see a body of stitched together parts and flayed flesh. It's got 3 heads and 4 stretched limbs. On each of its heads curves 3 white horns from above 3 blind eyes.
Takehu barks out an uninhibited laugh. Takehu, now's not the time, buddy.
The beast is big as a mountain, and shambling toward us beneath the sun turned black as slow.
Her eyes roll skyward, and she teeters on her heels as if she's riding the cusp of a seizure. The lantern rattles in her grip. She exhales a sigh.
I know it ain't really there. Lately, it's been getting worse. Some nights I wake sweaty and shaking. Other times, I'm already awake. I got my eyes wide open, staring down the darkness, watching one lantern after another flickering out. And every soul looks so ripe, darn near rotten with a need for reaping.
We can relight the lanterns of hell, given enough time. All is not lost. What do you mean, or what does that mean? You're being called to a higher purpose, Xoti. Embrace the harvest, the darkness of the fall. What is this? What does that mean?
Dark days are coming for Kithkind. When the last light of hell burns out, the final harvest will be upon us.
Well, that doesn't sound good, does it?
I think we might all die out.
A deep line crinkles between her brows.
But does Gon want me to stop it? Or to help?
Huh. So I'm glad I went with 2, because it feels like number 3 is saying, let it die out. I don't think... I was gonna say I don't think Klessia would want that, but at the same time, if Gon wants it, then I suppose Klessia... Well, she's not a follower of Gon. She should follow Mogren, and I don't think Mogren would want that. Right? I don't know. We can relight the lanterns of hell, given enough time. All is not lost.
I sure hope you're right, Watcher. 'Cause if you're wrong...
Nervously, she jiggles her lantern, eyes lost in its flames.
No. I know you're right. Gon's chosen me.
Takehu's brow shoots up at attention.
So until I figure out what's needed of me, I'll do my darndest to help you on your path.
She lifts her gaze to her face.
We'll figure this out together.
Her shoulders square, she looks off into the distance. Is there anything we can do to alleviate your nightmares?
I'm carrying more souls than I've ever shepherded before. So, I don't know that it'll work this time, but used to be. When the dreams were riding me hard, I'd cleanse my soul before Gon. If we stop by the temple in Nekataka, I can perform the ritual. Please, I need the relief. It won't take more than a minute under Gon's statue, that's all.
Sure. I'm glad you brought this up before we left. Okay, what time is it? 18.
I shall.
Hour 18. There he is. Luca.
Less work, more drink, please.
Enraptured by the bottom of his glass, Luca regards you with dim comprehension.
Mel, you again? Shove off. These are my quiet hours.
Crack your knuckles about that contract. You don't look so tough when your guards aren't in earshot. Relax, I'm just here for a friendly chat. Observe him with perception. Tell Copper, we got off on the wrong foot before. Can I buy you a drink? Sure, let's do that.
Awful generous when you want something, no matter.
Lucas signals the server and helps himself to another drink. Pick his pocket while he's distracted. Would you be willing to entertain a more profitable arrangement?
More profitable than an island full to bursting with luminous Adra.
Luca reels back, giving you a skeptical look.
I'm telling you, not friend to not friend. There's just no room for compromise.
Perhaps I'm not being direct enough. Get rid of the contract.
You threatening me, Bazzo?
Luca squints to take your measure. His eyes widen and his cheeks bulge. For an instant, you're convinced he's going to vomit on the spot, but he swallows with a pained wince.
Hey, don't be embarrassed. A lot of folks would have just vomited.
It's true.
I cannot make the contract disappear. I am more disposable than their damn paper.
Luca swings his cup around. A splash of liquor arcs over his head. Figure something out or I'll make you disappear. Ooh. I won't do diplomacy. You should never have baited the Duape into signing the contract in the first place.
If the tribals cannot understand the basic terms of an agreement, that is their burden to bear.
Luca nods to his drink and wipes off the rim of the cup. The Huana have a deep memory. They will not look upon company manipulation well in the long run. Could you even entertain the possibility of doing the right thing? Put yourself in their position. Would you have dealings with the company again? The Huana have a deep memory.
Then it's a good thing we're here only as long as the Adra flows.
Takehu's lips curve in an approving smirk. Really?
Once the Adra is gone, the tribes can have what's left of their islands.
Perhaps I'm not being direct enough.
Oh, this again.
Rousing himself with a shake of the head, Lucas stands at his full, if unbalanced height.
If it's a fight you want, then come at me, Bazzo.
Lucas spreads open his arms and waits for you to take the first punch.
Less work.
Okay.
You again. Shove off. These are my quiet hours.
About that contract.
Oh, this again. If it's a...
Oh my god, dude, you
Less
just...
work. Mel, you again. Shove off. These are my quiet hours.
Observe him. Luca is undeniably intoxicated. His bearing suggests that his condition is far from unordinary. He seems open to suggestion, though not a pushover.
See anything you like? I'm not so far gone that I won't appreciate and admire.
Uh-huh. Luca attempts to wink, fails, and tries again with both eyes. Relax, I'm just here for a friendly chat.
If it isn't the bleeding heart, would be here of the tribals.
Luca slurs with his sentence into nearly unrecognizable chains of syllables.
Come to trade jabs? Or can we just toss one back in silence?
You can't seriously think this contract is just.
If the tribals cannot understand the basic terms of an agreement, that is their burden to bear.
Put yourself in their position. Would you have dealings with the company again?
Silly. We are not in the Deadfire for the long haul.
Lucas smiles to himself and toasts to your naivete.
Once the Adra is gone, the tribes can have what's left of their islands.
Oh my god, can I just kill all of the Valian Trading Company? Maybe I need to have Pelagina in here with us. Maybe that would help.
More profitable than... I'm telling you, not friend to not friend. There's just no room for... then go.
Okay. Maybe that'll help.
What can I do? You see anything you like?
Dismiss,
I will
recruit.
remain.
At your service, Watcher.
Go ahead and level you up while we're here. Hello again. One new ability for paladins. So let's see. Inspired Path increases the paladin's maximum zeal. That sounds like a good thing. Let's get that. And for your secondary weapon, you have a half sword. Can you use the sword that I got? You do need a ranged weapon. I feel like you would take like a crossbow or something. Nah, let's give you a blunderbuss. Not a pistol. Nah, a rifle. Nah, I don't know. Let's give you a crossbow. Okay.
Oh.
Alright, Luca. I have one of your kind here.
Less work? Mel, you again. Shove off. If it isn't the come to trade jabs, can we just toss one back
I want them
inside?
free.
I'm telling you, not friend to not friend. There's just... if it... Less work?
This is,
Mel, you again. If it isn't the come to trade jabs, if the tribals cannot understand the basic terms of an agreement, that is their burden to bear.
Okay, I guess we'll do the diplomacy. Let's try this one. Could you even entertain the possibility of doing the right thing?
Right by whose definition? The Republic's lose no sleep over what we do here. Right by my countrymen isn't right by the locals. Way of the world. More prof... I'm telling you, not friend to not friend. There's just no room for compromise.
So now we have a decision to make. Do we go against our god and use diplomacy, or do we go against who Klesia is and lie?
Then go.
I know what it was an easy choice to make, really.
Less work? Mel, you again. If it is come to trade jabs, if the tribals cannot understand that, and we want the Juana cooperative while we're on the job, don't we?
You do.
Bah, it's a matter of dignity. You can't ask a respectable clerk to ruin perfectly good paperwork.
Pelagina, can you do anything for this very, very sad drunk?
I know you have your orders, Luca. But sometimes the company does not know what is best for them. Grabbing this tribe's land may hurt the Duke's interests in the long run. And maybe next time their tribe will send someone bigger and less pleasant than Tawenu to knock on your door.
Pecum Planca, he has caused me enough trouble for a lifetime. Belfetto, very well.
Yes, oh
The
god.
tribals can keep their island, and it's one less contract for me to worry about.
I wonder if we could have found a way to not use diplomacy. We've had Pelagina with us the whole time. There might have been an option I didn't go down with her in my party. Oh well. Maybe I'll just pay you a visit to see that you keep your word.
It will be done.
He flinches a little, but nods. Good. Alright. Back at the Queen's Berth. What a pain in the ass person that was, huh? Fucking clerks. He gives them a bad reputation. Whenever I go to, like, see a clerk or whatever, I guess he is a clerk, right? They tend to be rather pleasant. And if there's ever a problem, they're just doing their job. But this guy seems like, I guess he was just doing his job too, but he was very uppity about it. And I appreciate it. Are you somebody I should be talking to, Callie?
Akira, you return. What say, friend?
Luca listened to reason. The Dwapi will keep their island.
Akira, I cannot believe. A light after our long sorrow.
His smile broadens, and Tawenu slaps your shoulder with encouragement.
My village is modest, but I came prepared. I set aside a few gems for trading. They are yours by right.
Thank you. I'll accept whatever payment you have to offer. No charge. Hold on to it. Teaching the Valian Trading Company a lesson was well worth the effort. Seashells from the natives. Isn't that quaint? This is all? I assume you paid for food in Ekataka. Give me whatever you have left. Thank you. I'll accept it.
You are a friend of the Dwape. We do not forget.
Tawenu smiles, rolling his shoulders with the ease of one who stands suddenly taller. Good. Quest finished. We got a little bit of money with it too. Nice. Alright.
You know, I was just thinking of a way to help the little tribal that would also screw over the Valian Trading Company. But you beat me to it. You're becoming quite the asset.
Yeah, you're welcome. I guess I should have talked to you prior, huh?
Not that the company needs help eating itself from the inside.
She smiles. I'm guessing that you want to be my best friend and that together we can do some real good in the region. Is that right?
Sharp. I like that. Once you're coached up and guided in the right direction, I think you'll do very well indeed. If you have any inclination to aid the Huana as a whole, rather than save one pitiful village at a time, you could do worse than tour Imperial Command at the Brass Citadel. Pay us a visit, why don't you?
Yeah, I've been there already. Thanks, though.
Ak, my little privateer. You have news for me?
Ah, this was a bounty hunter person. Okay. What about you?
Our business is resolved, and my business is my own. Be on your way. I have no time for you.
Okay, I don't remember what our business was, but I'm glad it was resolved. Alright. Let's go back to the Temple of Guan. Were you somebody?
Well met, stranger. Akira, but isn't this district a fine place?
The Huana woman stares off into the distance with a longing expression. Not particularly. And this makes you sad? Turn to see what she's looking at. She doesn't settle on any point of particular interest. Everything from the high buildings to the cobblestones is a subject of fascination. She notices your attention and turns her eyes to the ground.
I am not one meant to venture far from the gullet. Until recently, I had a respectable job at the Luminous Bathhouse. Now that I am unemployed, I seek to make myself useful before the money runs out, and I must return to the Roparu as a pauper.
She frowns and turns her gaze back upon you, or up to you. You worked at the Luminous Bathhouse?
A wonderful place. Would that I could cross its threshold again and feel the mist of luminous waters.
Her smile is sad, if genuine.
In spite of my time there, I cannot do else but give it my highest recommendation. You will find the Luminous Bathhouse in Periki's Overlook.
Tell me about Queen's Birth.
The Queen granted this area of the city to the Valian outsiders. Here they organize their business and trade, digging up the archipelago with both hands and carrying riches overseas.
She glances toward the docks. Pelagina seems poised to object, but then relaxes and nods.
It is a fair characterization.
In her welcoming embrace, the Queen allowed a similar concession to the Royal Deadfire Company. You would do well to see as much of Nekataka while you are here, I am thinking.
How did you lose your job?
More happens at the bathhouse than cleanliness and ease. It is a place of meetings, business, and transactions, to all of which the attendants are either blind or deaf. One day, I overheard, more than I ought to have. In my erring, I gasped. To my great shame, I showed a most unprofessional reaction before clients. I was fired, and rightly so.
She bows her head. What did you overhear in the bathhouse to cause such a scandal? Akima shakes her head and lowers it in the deepest shame. She's trembling, and it's clear that, in her estimate, she has suffered enough without debasing herself even further. Alright, fella. Well, sucks to suck, I suppose. I mean, I could have helped. I could have given you a new job or something if you were a little bit, more forthcoming with the info. Temple of Gone. There we go. Up. You came upon a busy city square. Huh. The cool waters of Nekataka's town wells serve poor and rich alike, yet those who gather at them share certain unmistakable features. Tired Amama visages, yokes borne across labored backs, and tattered Ropara rags. Whether for themselves or their masters, each waits in a long line to claim a bucket full of fresh water. Speak with the locals. The Roparu, long accustomed to ignoring their superiors, pay you little mind, only belatedly realizing that you address them. One of them, an older woman, blinks, dark eyes at you. Akira, it is Clesia. I'm always hearing stories of you. It is said you are a decent person, a younger man chimes in, not like so many of these foreign sort. A child reaches for your hand. With a growing cascade of murmurs, the crowd unravels between you and the now bubbling wellhead. A black liquid splatters from between the stones of the well, and someone in the crowd screams. A muckman from the Reparo caste steps forward. His boots seem more slosh than leather, but his plungers so long he'd fit in with any formation of pikemen. He raises a hand to the curdling crowd. Be at ease, Akira. For what do you flee? I always am cleaning these. He blinks as the undulating formlessness of an ooze bubbles up from the well. He takes a step back, shaking. Go, I'll take care of this. The armorer drops his plunger and bolts ungainly on shoddy boots. You turn to see a second thick ooze burst out of the well, shredding the well's yolk and scattering the pit's stones. Freeze ability. Cast a freeze spell. To me, citizens, I'll protect you. Hell yeah. The muckmen and the crowd swarm to you for safety. The shape of the mob gelatinous as it is. Wait, what? The shape of the mob gelatinous as it fills in behind you. Okay, behind you, the ooze ripples and divides, each small creature falling free like a rotten grape from the bunch. They roll toward you, collecting dirt. As the crowd gasps and backs away, you ready yourself. Alright, I'll protect the crowd. I got this. And it looks like maybe freeze spells are the way to go. Oh wow, that's a lot of them. They're not coming from the well. Okay. Well.
Oh, indeed. Yeah.
Shoot him. You go ahead and do your thing.
Yes.
Allah. Put a wall of flame right there. Hey now. Watch it with that spit.
I am ready.
Alright, can I see where that flame's gonna be? I can't. Oh, no, I can. Okay, good. Back up here then. Just have to see this. We don't want to be anywhere near it, so move up here.
Hey.
But we want to stop them roughly where it's going to be at. Be back a little bit more. Okay, and now you... I guess you're just in your turn. Ow! Okay, they all spit. Can I move that wall?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and do this. Oops. Alright, Klesia. Go ahead and move up and do this.
Yes.
Allah. Fireball up here.
Hey.
Intern. Big fireball there. Any other ranged abilities I can use here? Let's do this. Oh, it explodes! Oh, I forgot it does damage like that. Cast that. Yeah, so that wall of flame kind of sucks, doesn't it? I think we kind of had to just like go through. There's another one? Oh god, how'd they get back there? Oh, this is bad. Okay, just get in there. We need to start killing these things. Okay. Fire that one back there.
How may I help?
We need more fireballs. Gotta find the right pixel. There. Alright, you're gonna go at this guy? We lost a popper. Okay.
I am ready.
You're gonna do second wind. And get in there. Fireball should be perfectly placed where it's not gonna hit anybody. But who it's supposed to.
Happy to oblige.
Yes?
God damn it. Ah. I'm pretty sure there's probably like a setting I can do that gets rid of, you know, any sort of auto. Good. Auto intern. Alright. Kill him. Almost got him. Alright, good. Where are they going?
What can I do you for? I'll light the darkness.
Good. More damage. Alright. Go ahead, kill this. Good.
Yeah?
A deer. Blind it.
Yes.
Right, Klesia. I think Pelagina probably needs a heal. Xoti. Come on up here.
Tell me.
Nope, nope. You. Move.
I
There
hear
you go.
Yes?
Aloth. Rolling Flame.
Very well.
27 damage.
I am ready.
Pelagina.
Something I can do?
That's it!
Good little bit of damage there.
What can I do you for?
Oh?
Aloth. Do another one like that. Come on, slimes. Is that the best you can do?
Mary Publices, Vermilanus.
Klesia.
There's a walloping!
Beautiful.
Oh?
Good.
Ah.
I like the little sounds they make. Alright, the lesser black oozes don't do a ton of damage, so I think we'll be okay.
What can I do you for?
Aye?
Alright, Aloth. Do one of those.
I am ready.
Yeah?
Keep going, keep going. 31. Finish that one off. Damn it.
What can I do you for?
I say that, and now they're just like actually doing a lot of damage, like collectively.
Yes?
Alright, Aloth.
No mercy!
Tell me.
That must hurt.
Must have. I go ahead and heal them. Alright, do it again. It's not healing her, or did I just miss?
Yes?
Alright. Good.
For the Republics!
Hey.
A deer. Good damage there. Come on, guys, kill the damn it!
Oh?
I'm too quick for my own good. Got another one down.
Perca Blanca. I cannot hold out much longer.
Heal yourself.
Something I can do? Stay behind me.
That one's dead.
Let us end perfect.
32 damage. Very nice. 23.
How may I help?
Ella. Good. Go ahead. Do that, and you're gonna come over here and smack this one with your shield. Good.
Yeah.
Come in. Should be a matter of time now.
How may I help?
Can I do this, like, infinitely? Oh, 51 damage. My goodness. And Clasia with the kill. Alright, we lost one civilian, but, you know, what can you do?
Happy to oblige.
Phew. I would never go down to the well again.
Yes.
Like, what the hell?
Certainly.
This city's gone to hell. Give me that loot. Give me the loot. There we go. That loot too.
I shall make it so.
Hey, you guys okay down here? No, you're hurt. Oh no, there's still one of you. Hey, you alright? No? Okay. Fair enough. I guess I wouldn't be alright either. Alright, let's keep going to Gon's temple. That was a cool little random encounter. I like that there was like a little bit of a story there. I feel like sometimes random encounters just don't have much to them. It's just a fight. I like that one. It was good.
Here's where I do the ritual. Right there under the statue of Gon.
Over here? Or over here? Over here? Rubbing the back of her neck, self-consciously, Xoti casts her gaze to the side.
Nothing like a homecoming to make a girl remember her roots. Even if they are dried up and half dead.
She sighs, nudging a bit of mud from her boots before she lifts her face to settle on you with her big, dark brown eyes. Adir makes a grunt of displeasure.
Sometimes I wonder if my brethren don't think I got black ichor running in my veins.
They just don't know your value. Do you? I don't think I got black ichor running in my veins. Okay. Do you? People often fear what they don't understand. What do you expect when you champion such unorthodox views? Do you?
If I cried, you reckon it'd look like tar?
Oh, that's not what I thought that meant. I thought it was like, do you believe that?
Suppose you meant to make me feel better. It is a dang silly thought.
She laughs, offering you a grateful smile. It's silly that I'd want to make you feel better. That wasn't my intention. That wasn't my intent at all. I go with number one.
No, that I'd have black blood.
A blush rushes up her cheeks, and she stifles a titter. A teeter? A titter? Teeter? With the palm of her hand.
You shouldn't be so fine to me, Watcher. It makes me think untoward things. Gives me notions I don't need to be getting.
Yeah, you don't. I don't know what you mean.
I can't risk straying when I got a duty to Gon.
Speaking of Gon,
Yeah,
she cants her head to the side.
lay it on me.
Why are you gathering souls into your lantern?
I was born to reap souls and lead them to the light. Now with Aethys dead, and these higher visions, I think I need to shield them from a hell gone dark. But the more I gather, the more my mind turns to tatters.
What if you didn't collect souls anymore?
That ain't gonna happen.
Grinding her teeth, she shoots you an incredulous expression.
You'd ask me to turn my back on my god?
No, I was just asking. Remind me again the difference between Gon and Aethys. The Dawn Stars are all about goodness and light. Why are you so concerned with death and darkness? It's 2.
Why do you think the god of rebirth held an aspect of death within him? You can't have life without dying.
That's true.
There ain't no beginning without a prior ending. Ain't no day without night. No spring without fall. You can't grow crops if you never harvest for seeds.
Remind me again the difference between the 2?
Aethys is dead, and Gon is the death before life. He's the ripeness before the fall.
She raises her sickle, turning the blade to catch the light of her lantern as if in demonstration. But we know Aethys isn't dead.
That lumbering hunk of Audra might claim to be Aethys, but that doesn't matter a whit.
She shrugs.
He died, so he can't be Aethys anymore. Death changes every soul, even a god's.
An interesting theory.
And if it doesn't, it should.
Yeah, it's an interesting theory, but I don't think it's correct. And we could tell her that if we had the option, because Theos died multiple times, right? And he came back and his soul was the same. At least as far as I know. I guess maybe he had slight alterations in the way he thought and did things, but it didn't seem like it. So, yeah. Anyway, we came here to cleanse your soul.
Alright. Yeah, I'm ready. I've done this before, but never with such a full lantern. You may want to stand back. The experience can be somewhat intense.
Kneeling before the statue of Gon, Xoti sets her lantern between her knees. Head bowed, she presses both palms to the copper cage. A low chant lilts from her lips. As it grows louder, the light from her lantern grows brighter, as does the lantern that the statue of Gon holds in one skeletal hand. The 2 lights pulse in rhythm with the chant, resonating with each other. Twin heartbeats that pound faster and stronger until the light from Gon's lantern bursts outward in a shower of violet-hued rays. The essence bathes Xoti's bent form, making her jolt upright as a cry escapes her.
Don't know if I feel cleaner, but I feel something. Blessed for sure.
Xoti offers you a half smile as she retrieves her lantern, trembling fingers curling against the gleaming metal cage.
Let's just hope it lasts, because my lantern feels as heavy as ever, full to brimming with essence, like dark water spilling over my mind.
Let's be off.
Alright, I'll be right behind you.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Xoti, that did not seem like it did a whole lot for you. But, you know, if you think it was useful, then, you know, then I guess it was useful. Okay, I think it's finally time for us to set sail.
Deadfire's so different than what I'm used to. Well, it must be for you, too.
Quite different. Even I am not accustomed to this much sailing.
They seem to hold the godlike in high regard. You ever think about staying?
The Dukes have liberated me from the burden of making that choice, Adair.
We need to talk to her again. I know we can just leave by this, right? Is that what this is? Oh, it's just seeing our ship. Okay. How do we leave then? Leave city by sea or on foot. I think it's time for us to set sail, though. Back down to Queen's Berth. It's a 4-hour walk through the city. Jesus, this place is massive. It's hard to really think about that. Like a city that you'd have to walk 4 hours to get through. You've received an important missive from Captain Eldis. Eldis? Look at that. Listen to that sea chanty. That's nice.
Now Deadfire roots, they make good time. Tell me away, hey hoo-ro-ya. With the clear wide straits and inlets fine. Hurrah for the Deadfire lines. Oh, there the lines
Really like that chanty. I kind of just want to listen to it.
hey, hooroo, yeah. Oh, there the lines where I spent me
All right.
prime. Hurrah for the Deadfire lines. Just take a trip to Port Margy. To me way, hey, hooroo, yeah.
All right, guys, shut up. Got it. All right, quest item.
Hurrah for the Deadfire lines. Then valiant captains you'll see them.
Does it ever stop? I mean, it's great, but I don't want to talk over it.
With the knee-high boots and the fine dark hair. Hurrah for the Deadfire lines. Around Cape White to Port Margy. To me way, hey, hooroo, yeah. Around Cape White, it's a damn long way. Hurrah for the Deadfire lines. Around Cape White with the sky sail set.
Okay, I'm gonna read. So, you had a little run-in with Ben, and then you dragged it to my doorstep. You could have wiped your feet before you stomped in, but I digress. I know what you did, and I know who you are. And unlike my unfortunately block-headed second-in-command, I recognize a threat when it smacks me upside the head. So, this is me, Captain Eldis, commander of the God's damned New Blood Principi, leader of the second largest fleet of pirates in the God's fucking Deadfire, inviting you, a terrifyingly powerful and strange watcher, to come and meet with me under the strictest parley at Fort Deadlight, which is to say, I promise not to gut you when you arrive for dinner and drinks. Looking forward to having a little hearthside chat. I would like to offer you a partnership of the most glorious and goriest variety. I scratch your back, and you gut my enemies from hip to jaw. We laugh at their deaths over a bottle of the finest rum. Oh, and when you come, bring some candy nuts. Your newest and dearest friend, Eldis. P.S. This is not a trap. Okay. As you ready your ship, a cloaked figure mounts the gangplank and roughly forces a burned book into your hand. They turn and depart without a word. Burned book of law. The binding of this tome reeks of smoke. What few pages remain are crinkled and black. Based on the few chapter headers that survived the fire damage, this might have been a book of antiquated laws. Now, it is nothing more than a charred relic of authority. Open the book.
You crack the spine of the old book, revealing blackened pages of dense, illegible text. The words recede into the shadows the longer you focus on them.
I love this art right here. It's beautiful.
Suddenly, the page widens to eclipse the world around you. A dark void stretches out on all sides. The air full of choking fumes that carry dying embers and curling flakes of ash.
Fire godlike and priest of Mogren. This isn't funny, Mogren. Well, sure, let's do it.
Something stirs in the darkness. An old woman steps forward,
hey, girl.
Leering down at you from on high. Her smile is toothy and cruel. Her cheeks warp around it like melted candle wax.
I'm so glad that my messenger tracked you down. These days it's impossible to find good help.
Wodika. My lady? Say nothing. Wodika.
Watcher? Before you draw your weapon, know that these proceedings are under a banner of peace. If this was a trap, it would have already closed around you. While Barrett whispers in one ear and Aethys shouts in the other, I thought you could use a more seasoned perspective to drown out the noise.
What could you possibly say that I haven't heard already? So you dragged me into a blistering inferno? Was the ruse with the book really necessary? Was the ruse necessary?
For the moment, you are Barrett's creature. There are rules against my direct intervention, but nothing says you cannot willingly seek my counsel. Andra and Helia toe the line of acceptable conduct from time to time, but I am nothing if not adherent to our oldest laws.
So you dragged me into a blistering inferno.
This is but a small corner of the beyond. One that I use for privacy and contemplation, when I need to get away from the endless chatter. Don't you find it unusual how open and accessible my siblings have made themselves? After millennia of subdued whispers, now they practically scream their intentions.
Yeah, seems like they're pretty desperate.
And isn't it strange how we never bicker unless a mortal is watching?
I wouldn't know. Is it? You tell me, yeah. Gods are a dramatic bunch by nature. What's your point? You tell me.
I would never deny that our pantheon is emotional, willful, and prone to overreaction. But we didn't get this far arguing over minutiae. If we still possessed our glorious titans, my siblings and I would have put an end to Aethys and his rampage by now. While we are powerless to stop him, some of my kin wish to observe how mortals respond to this threat. They think it will shine a light on the value of our patronage. Have we raised you well enough to be self-sufficient? Or must we return to Eora and impose some corrective measures?
And if we prove ourselves, what then?
What indeed? That would depend on which of us you ask. A cross-section of society has converged on the Deadfire. Some of my kin are of an opinion that we are meant to judge mortals on the basis of their performance, while the rest of us have already made up our minds on the matter.
We're being judged? To what end? So, why do I get the feeling you're trying to convince me of something? You want gods and mortals alike under your command. If we could get to the point. To what end are we being judged? To what end?
Whichever end you deserve. When we ascended to godhood, we did so to provide for a savage people. Our goal was to craft a society whose values were made to last.
You did a bad job, it seems like.
Perhaps even a society that had no need of us. A naive fallacy, but one that inspired my optimistic, misguided kin. How you and your allies counter this threat will demonstrate whether you are competent enough to guide your own destinies, or if we need to revise our strategy.
I like how they said revise there. That was good.
The soft-hearted among us are counting on you to win this existential wager. No doubt, Aethys shares their sympathies. I do not. We exist to rule over mortals. Nothing can change that. So now you know the truth. I assume you have questions.
Why did you choose to confide in me?
Whether knowingly or unintentionally, you seem to find yourself on the vanguard of change. Mortals like you come but once in a lifetime. Some would react poorly if I stripped mortals of their freedom without giving them a chance to plead their case. You have the honor of standing tall as their advocate. Before I return to Eora and assume my position as your deserving tyrant, you have this opportunity to prove me wrong. To demonstrate whether or not mortals are responsible enough to claim their future.
You speak as if we don't have a chance.
You speak as if you do. Mortals have precious little time to decide for themselves. Will they stand together as one, or swallow their pride and bend the knee? I have every confidence that you will disappoint us. Once my position is upheld, the undecided among the gods will embrace my plan.
The gods think my actions can prove their point about mortal society? Has your opinion of mortals changed at all? I want to talk about the wheel and your rise to godhood. Has your opinion of mortals changed at all?
Nothing you've done has tarnished it utterly beyond repair. You may congratulate yourself on that much, at least.
I will. The gods think my actions can prove their point about mortal society?
Prove it or disprove it, yes. I never agreed to this arrangement, but if your example demonstrates mortal ineptitude, as I trust it will, Then I can make the plan serve me. An assertive minority of gods believe that your choices will prove the value of their wild optimism. As if mortal collaboration and ingenuity are endorsements of our leadership. Then there are those of us who know better, who are not so easily convinced. Kiths are vulnerable, unless they submit to the destiny we chart for them. Thinking otherwise can only breed dissent and chaos.
Tell me about this enlightened society you once wanted.
It was an ambitious plan, our utopia. Perhaps too ambitious. We ascended to power, responding to a need inadequately satisfied. Assuming these roles gave us the authority to mold Eora over time, to influence you and lay the groundwork for a society yet to come. On the outset of the plan, some believed that mortals would outgrow us, as if that was a favorable outcome. To me, our eternal pantheon was always a critical fixture. Aethys was one of those who supported mortals, while I have always been their most vocal critic.
How would you have even reorganized that ideal society? Wait, what? How would you have even recognized that ideal society?
A valid, self-defeating question, and one which I posed often. We assumed that they, whoever they were, would reveal themselves to us. Rational government would rule in our stead, leaving churches vacant. Thanks to Aethys, we're pulling the dough from the oven before it's had a chance to fully rise. You unfortunate bastards never had the chance to prove me wrong.
Why do the other gods tolerate your opposition?
Opposition can take many forms. If a church embraces and weaponizes my doctrine, that is very different from me rampaging as a titan. Aethys is not known for subtlety. Twice now, he has contaminated the purity of our experiment, and done so with extravagant displays that undermine our authority.
You call what Theos did subtle?
His approach was sophisticated, indirect. I owe you no explanations on the matter. Besides, you are not worthy to speak his name.
Excuse me?
I am the counterpoint to the soft-hearted. It makes no difference if mortals pass some arbitrary test. My mind is settled on the matter. Regardless of my feelings, the timing of this crisis forces us to accelerate our schedule. Final judgment comes sooner than any of us would prefer.
Doesn't this social engineering plan seem counterintuitive?
You mean gods crafting a godless world? Naturally. My siblings desire to influence mortals and steer them in a proper direction. Even if that direction led to places we could not follow. I have no intention of being left behind. Society would unravel without its queen to impose strict order.
Okay. What happens if someone proves you wrong?
If our pantheon found that mortals had cultivated a perfect, lawful system to maturity, I would not voice a word in protest. I would merely stand aside and await the inevitable collapse. Mortals need us. I know this as well as I know myself. Even a lawful and responsible society would be poised to collapse as long as its architects and strongest adherents were mortal. Any satisfaction that my siblings derived from their little experiment would be short-lived, and it would fall to me to clean up after their mess.
The mess in this case being mortal freedom. I suppose every plan needs its critics. So you're right even when you're wrong. Got it.
Make no mistake, Watcher. In this, I cannot be proven wrong.
She's not wrong. Right, given the very nature of mortality, things change constantly. So even if the perfect society did get established, once that generation that established it disappears, it's very unlikely that the next generation would continue it. And even if they did, it'd be even more unlikely that the generation after that would continue it. So she's not wrong. Although I think No, she's not wrong. Like, she's right. Back to my other questions.
You've learned much already. Only ask if you are ready for the truth.
I don't like her tone, though, I guess is what I'd say. I want to talk about the wheel and your rise to godhood.
The wheel is our shared responsibility, and each of us serves it in our own fashion. I am the axle upon which the gods balance their power. Aethys keeps the wheel in motion. He was our promise to mortals that time and labor would yield a deserving reward on the next turning of the cycle.
How did the Ingwithans become gods?
At the height of our power, we recognized the potential of the soul. We knew that it could be bound, split apart, diverted like a river, and hammered together. Hammering was trivial. Those of us who agreed with the Apotheosis Project, and many who did not, submitted to a violent and horrible erasure of our individuality. After the dust settled, we adopted the forms of beings from Aeora's most prevalent myths. There were other faiths and legends, but we labored to strike their names from history.
So yeah, they were crafted by the merging of hundreds, maybe even thousands of other souls. At least that's my understanding. Which I think is what she was saying there with the hammering and all that stuff. How exactly does the wheel function?
Much of reincarnation's mechanism exists in the idea space of the beyond. You wouldn't find a wall of cogs and levers unless we conjured one to illustrate a point. The wheel has but one material component in all of Aeora. Something we built to channel essence through luminous Adra and into the beyond with reliable continuity. Before we intervened, the flow of essence was directionless, unpredictable. We succeeded in widening the gap, diverting it, giving it an efficient path to follow.
Reincarnation existed before you, so why not just leave it alone?
Before we took control of the wheel, reincarnation was error-prone, lacking forward momentum. Hollowborn were fairly common, and hardly the worst of the soul maladies. Control gave us the power to strengthen the souls of intelligent kith over generations. We made you wiser, stronger, more likely to develop the society we thought you deserved. Every turning of the cycle demonstrated the righteousness of my belief. Nature begets chaos, and discipline begets perfection.
Back to my other questions.
Speak, Watcher. It isn't every day that I open myself to these communions, so spend your breath wisely.
We'll speak again. Close the book.
Yes, I think we will. This is not the end of our discussion. You know how to find your way back to this place.
Wotica nods stiffly. You feel her presence drift as a breeze, rustling as it goes.
All right. Well, thanks for showing up, Wotica. I'll take that into consideration, what you told us. So now we have to decide where the hell we're going. And that's a tough thing to decide. There's so much to do. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, let's go ahead and just take a look at all these. So there is Matari Kozi. There is Tikawara. Harbinger's Watch. So this is Port Mage. You need to explore those islands. Oathbinder's Sanctum. Fort Deadlight. The Steel Preacher. Hosongo. And Sayuka. Unidentified location. Dunage. Okay. These are harbors. How do we heal you? I feel like that should have happened by now. Okay. Well, I think that's going to be where we end this episode. Seems like a good spot. in the next episode, I think we're going to go down south to Port Mage. We're going to do the little task we have to just like explore the islands around there. Since we've already got that area a little bit explored, let's just start there, and then we'll kind of fan our way out from there and see what else we can find. But until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.